back at I'm Quitting Alcohol with stand-up comedian David Boyle. And it's my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday, Big D. You know, I tried to give him a call, but none of the phones I had access to could call Australia, so I couldn't get through today. But he has schizophrenia, so he still had plenty of people to talk to. He wasn't alone on his birthday. I hope they were saying some nice stuff to him. Hey, that's not funny. Mental health is a serious issue. Mental illness is at epidemic proportions. Well, what I say to that is this podcast just reached number 39 on the mental health podcast charts in Great Britain. So I'd consider myself an expert in the field. It's a bit of a concern for Great Britain though. That is a serious issue that needs to be dealt with in Great Britain if this podcast is even near the mental health charts. I think I spent the first 6 months of quitting alcohol saying I'm going to kill myself, which is pretty good advice in some circumstances, to be honest with you. It's also number 29 in Australia on the mental health charts. It probably got there because of that episode I did about being in the sauna and seeing the Chinese guys with big dicks. If this podcast gets in the top 10 of any of the mental health charts, I'm going to start calling myself a mental health professional. The intro will be, welcome back to I'm Quitting Alcohol with mental health professional David Boyle. So Great Britain and Australia have serious issues they need to be dealt with immediately. Me being so high in those charts is not a good sign for those countries. Do you know where I am on the mental health charts in Switzerland? I'm fucking nowhere because they get it. They understand. They listen to the first episode and they're like, this guy is out of his fucking mind. But people in Australia and Great Britain are like, this guy's making some good points. Getting a hand job from a girl in a wheelchair is quite funny. You know, my friends actually come to me for advice. I don't know what that says about the caliber of friends I have or the caliber of friends they have, but all my friends come to me for advice. When they can't turn to anyone else, they seem to always turn to me. I used to think it was because, I'm wise. I've got a lot of wisdom to share. They recognize it. I'm a good listener. I'm empathetic. And they can tell their bad stuff to me, and I'll be able to come up with a solution for them. But the more I thought about it, I think they just come to me because I'm a piece of shit. And if they've done something fucked up, they come to me and they're like, listen, Boyle, I did this. When you did this, what did you do? They're like, I don't give a fuck if this idiot judges me. I hold his opinion with such low regard, I can tell him almost anything. It's fucking weird. Strangers do it to me too. Like, people would come up to me in bars and just start opening up about their past. People would just come up to me and start telling me about their problems. Horrendous shit. And I just sort of got used to it. I'd be like, yes, okay, this reminds me of the case a couple of years back with one of my clients I met at a pub at 3 a.m. in the morning. Then I started asking people, I'm like, why are you telling me this? Not in that sort of tone. I wasn't like, why the fuck are you telling me this? Who cares? Fuck off. And people were like, I just felt like I could tell you. And I'm like, yeah, but why? Like, is it my vibe? Is it my look? Am I sending out vibes like I'm a damaged cunt? Because I'm pretty sure all I've done at this bar tonight is call the bartender a fuckhead and steal half a pint off a stranger that just went to the toilet. I just want to be like, can I show you my life? Can I show you my personality makeup? I'm on the brink of fucking disaster every moment of my entire life. Can I please tell you a few things? Can I get some advice off you? How do you finish a task? How? I've never completed a thing in my entire life. I remember this girl at a bar came up to me once and she opened with this. She's like, I've been raped before. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. And I'm like, was it my shirt? And she's like, sorry, I just needed to tell someone and I thought I could tell you. Is it my cologne? Is it Davidoff Cool Water? This was years ago. This is like 10 years ago when I used to wear Davidoff Cool Water before it turned into like Old Spice. I do enjoy trying to help people get their life together as mine falls apart. And I think I give some great advice too. The only thing is, no matter what advice I ever give, no one listens. Ever. They're basically like, no, I wasn't here for your advice. I just needed to tell someone. I couldn't tell anyone I knew because they would judge me and look down on me. But you being the piece of shit you are, that's not going to be a problem. Anyway, so happy birthday, Big D. That's it for tonight. Only 2 days left of this decade. It was a fucking crazy decade. Alright, so if you've got anything you need to unload or get off your chest, or you need some advice, just add me on Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, which will soon be Health Professional Boyle. And if you're enjoying the podcast, if you're enjoying my seminars, just rate, review, subscribe, wherever you listen to your mental health podcasts. And that's it for tonight. See you fucking later.